Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome to the Sports Corner. I'm Art Regner. Time for another video blog. I just got done watching the Rutgers press conference about being the 14th member of the Big Ten. Jim Delaney has gone on record in saying that it is not certain yet if the Fighting Illini, if Illinois will move to the Legends Division with Rutgers and Maryland being in the Leaders Division. He says, contrary to reports yesterday, that that's not based in fact. Well, based on Jim Delaney's track record, take it to the bank. Illinois will definitely be in the Legends Division, but he said that that will be decided in early 2013 when the athletic directors meet and see what they want to do with the Leaders and Legends Division. So that's not what we're really going to talk about today. We're going to talk about Titus Young Sr. and the Detroit Lions. Is Titus Young Sr. a scapegoat for the Detroit Lions, or is he the root of all evil? Is he the problem, and should the Lions cut him? I'm not sure. Titus Young Sr. had a checkered past when he was drafted in the second round by the Detroit Lions a couple of seasons ago. He was suspended most of his sophomore year at Boise State, as many know, for I think getting in a fight with teammates. Earlier this year he was sent home from practice for sucker punching Louis Delmas. So if there is a character issue with Titus Young Sr., this has been something that's been known for a while, and as I said, it dates back to his college days. He seems to have all the potential in the world, and when anybody is troubled, I guess maybe call me the bleeding heart or the guy with the love beads and the acoustic guitar singing Kumbaya, but I'd like to see him turn his life around if something's going on, because he could have a very nice and productive and long career in the NFL, and if he's still a Detroit Lion, it would benefit, obviously, the Detroit Lions. But I think Titus Young Sr. is an easy out for the Lions right now. They're 4-6, and they're absolutely putrid. And I said coming into this year that we would see really how good of a general manager and how good of a head coach Jim Schwartz and Martin Mayhew really were. Because the Lions weren't going to sneak up on anybody. After really turning it around last year, 10-6, and going into the playoffs, it would be interesting to see where this draft, the players that they drafted, and how Schwartz would handle success. And obviously, I think that Jim Schwartz has been a bit of a failure. I think he lost control of this team, and I said it last year, and I am convinced, since he shook Jim Harbaugh's hand, look at the Lions' record. Look at them statistically. It hasn't been very, very good. If you have a coach who can't control his emotions, how do you expect his team to control his emotions? And Martin Mayhew, these drafts have been suspect at best. And I'm trying to give the Lions the benefit of the doubt. So this is what I really want to say about the Detroit Lions today. And, and I know that I'm Lions free and proud of it. And it just is, it's too much time and effort to worry about a franchise that historically underachieves. And this year, isn't it just the typical stuff we always go through with them? Seriously? Oh, problem child and Titus Young Sr. Drafting questionable players or players that have history of injury. Javid Best, hopefully he can return, but it's probably doubtful. I mean, I don't know exactly where the blame's to go, but I have to look at management, Martin Mayhew, and the head coach Jim Schwartz. It all begins and ends with them. They've got to rope this team in. They were out of control last year. The Lions were known as just being mouthy young punks, and a dirty football team. I got a little hockey in there. Still got that on the mind with pucks there, but punks. And so my point being is, if there's one guy that I think needs to call quote-unquote a team meeting and rope and rile everybody in, it's Bill Ford Jr. Yes, have your father there, senior, but I think Mr. Ford probably is will defer to his son more times than not. I think that Junior liked what happened last year. He was born in 1957, the last time the Lions had won a championship, so it's been his whole lifetime. He's had to put up with this garbage that is the Detroit Lions right now. And, you think, oh, you're being too harsh. They got this, they got Kelvin, they got all that kind of stuff. They had the best running back in football in Barry Sanders and didn't do squat. I mean, we've been down this road. Calvin Johnson can only do so much. One player doesn't make a team, and that's the problem. They've never been able to build a football team. And it looks like, again, that maybe they really don't know what they're doing. Remember, Martin Mayhew was a Matt Millen disciple. He was here for all those years with Millen. Now, I'm not saying that Martin Mayhew hasn't done a pretty good job, and I think he has. Yet his draft picks have to start contributing. There has to be more from this team. You can't just piece it together and have, oh, this is good and that's good. Look, the offensive line is going to need to be retooled. The defensive line, which is playing well, it looks like Ndamukong Suh is playing out the string here, counting down the days till he can leave Detroit. Nick Fairley might be a good pick. The secondary is a shambles and they didn't address it in the draft. Riley Reef seems like an okay player. Ryan Broyles, he's hurt. He's coming off major knee surgery. So I guess my point being is this. Yeah, Titus Young Sr. could be a problem. And maybe the Lions would be better without him. Give up on his potential. I don't know what it is with the Lions and wide receivers, but the fact is, if this is going to turn around, somebody has to grab the reins of the organization. And I don't know if it's Martin Mayhew. Maybe he's too laid back. I don't know if it's Jim Schwartz. Maybe that's not in his personality. Bill Ford Jr. Jr., I'm appealing to you. Rope this team in. Rope it in now. You have the potential to actually do something that this franchise hasn't done in decades. Be a perennial playoff team. Win a playoff game or two. Maybe even qualify for the Super Bowl. Who knows? But the way it's going now, it's all going down the drain. I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like what I'm hearing. And do not use Titus Young Sr. as a scapegoat. Junior, it's up to you. It really is. Get a handle on it. You know, you didn't like what Aaron Berry did, and boom, he was gone. You said that wasn't Lions football. Well, what's going on right now shouldn't be Lions football either, from the top to the bottom. So once again, if the Lions get embarrassed again on Thanksgiving, they haven't won, since 2003 on that day, if they again have a major meltdown, which is quite possible because the Texans are good, perhaps, Junior, you can stop it. I think you're the only guy in the organization that, number one, they all have to listen to. And number two, who has a clue and knows what's going on and has been here from the very beginning. From your childhood to now adulthood, you've had to put up with this too, and I know you hate this pathetic product that the Lions have been for decades. Junior, do something about it. Get your coach and your general manager on the same page. Whip them into shape. And take this young football team and lead by example. And hopefully maturity will finally dawn on these guys as the best way for them to advance to the level that we all want them to be, which is a championship football team. All right, that'll do it for this edition of Art Regner's video blog at the Sports Corner. See, we still have the Argos hat there. Argos. Toronto's going to win that Grey Cup on Sunday. You watch, Calgary. And we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's football picks because the Lions do play on Thursday since today is Tuesday. Everyone have a safe and pleasant one. And I'm Art Regner. I'll see you. Goodbye. I'm getting too emotional about the Lions even though I'm Lions free. It always seems to happen. We'll see you. Take care. Bye.